welcome to Halloween here on The One Show with Matt Scarface Baker.
And Electrocution Joe.
Nice.
What a show this is going to be tonight.
Now, join...
Great, by the way.
Thank you, so do you. I love the guy liner.
Thanks.
Anyway, joining us later.
It's all my own work.
The scarily successful and terrifyingly talented Petula Clark will be here. She hasn't arrived yet, though, has she?
She's not here, no. But don't worry, I've got an ear to the door, so I'm going to be listening out for that.
Good.
But she's definitely not here yet. So let's get on with our first guest, shall we, tonight? Now,
yes.
He's a comedian, he's a singer, and the host of the most popular game show on TV. But he's certainly not pointless tonight. He's got horns.
It's the devilishly handsome Alexander Armstrong.
Yes.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. Look at this. I would never have known it was you.
Well, you didn't know it, did you? Well, we said it in the corridor, and you were like, hello. I was like, it's me. And you were like, oh, my gosh.
You've been like that all day. I can't believe it.
But I like that you've joined in. That's
Thank
good.
you. Well, there we are.
And
Didn't go the full green, did I?
Well, no, we could do that in the next film, to be honest. We could paint you up a bit.
Uh-huh.
But you've got 4 boys.
Not very good.
I have,
Are they out trick-or-treating?
They are out trick-or-treating as we speak. Actually, the youngest isn't. The youngest, I think, is going to be sitting guarding the treats.
Yes.
Oh,
hang on.
Hang on.
That will be Petula. All right, I'll be back.
Go on.
2 seconds.
This is
Coming.
sweet.
Now, in the meantime, we're looking for people who go to Halloween extremes, those who love it and embrace all the decorations and costumes, and those who just hate it and just won't join in. So whichever you are, send us your photos, label them either Fright Fan or Halloween Humbug, and we'll show some a little bit later.
That's Petula.
She's not here yet.
Evidently.
Trick-or-treaters, but don't worry, Petula Clark will be on The One Show very shortly.
My goodness. Now, ghosts and ghouls are one thing. But if it's spine-tingling fear you're after, I can't take you seriously, try standing in the way of Sister Rita.
Well, she is affectionately known as Attila the Hull, and she is back on our screens all week on a mission to try and transform Manchester's neighbourhood.
Collyhurst in Manchester, one of Britain's most deprived neighbourhoods. Here, unemployment's at an all-time high, and local businesses are long gone. But Sister Rita's not giving up on it.
We're trying to make it easier for the people in Collyhurst who are struggling to buy things that they need.
A nun here for 51 years, Sister Rita runs the Lally, a community centre where locals can come for advice on money and benefit troubles, or to use its busy food bank, so long as they toe the line.
Are you still talking? Go on outside and talk. Goodbye.
And with the Lally well under control, she has plans for the wider community.
Eastford Square. Oh, what a mess.
One by one, each of these shops has closed down, leaving just a food bank and a cafe struggling to survive.
There's nothing in Collyhurst. There isn't a petrol station, there isn't a post office. There's a sadness in me as I come around here.
The council plans to demolish the shops within 2 years, but for Sister Rita, they're a wasted opportunity. She wants to see them back in business and this community bustling again.
What we're trying to do is bring it back a little bit to what it was. Maybe we would never be able to bring it back completely, but at least create places that will draw people and create community. That's what we want to do here.
The shops are very important to the people that live round about, especially the elderly.
We have a bit of everything, then everyone like class it as the local shops.
The council appear to be on board.
It is an opportunity then for you to meet a need in the community.
And she's excited by the possibilities when she gets a look inside.
Blimey, I can't believe this. This is unbelievable, isn't it? This is brilliant, honestly. And if this room here, you could have storage in here. It's absolutely brilliant. This is about creating community and changing lives so that people feel real again. They feel human again. They feel part of the community again.
Sister Rita drums up support back at the Lally Centre.
Right, are you listening? If you are interested in helping with Eastford Square shops, then I want you to put your name here.
But just as everyone is getting on board, there's a reality check from fellow charity worker Margot Power, who's worked on community projects like this one before.
You are going to hit a brick wall unless you can establish a really detailed business case for these properties. The council aren't going to hand them over to you. They won't, and I know that.
We're not trying to make money here.
I know.
We're trying to
It's
build
nothing about making money.
community.
It's nothing
We're
about
trying to make it easier
I know.
for the people in Collyhurst who are struggling to buy things
Yes,
that they need.
I know.
As ever, Sister Rita's undaunted by details like the lack of a business plan.
I always start any project without money. I know this is very dangerous, and they tell me that all the time. And my answer is, well, then you'd never do it, because you're not going to get the money. But if you do it, you will get the money. That's how I see it.
And it seems her luck is in, as Manchester-based commercial property lawyer Gisela Alberici drops into the Lally to offer a donation, but soon finds herself sweet-talked into volunteering her expertise too.
It's a big project, but obviously there's an awful lot of love here for Sister Rita and what she does. It's very deliverable, but it's very, very deliverable in chunks. So you've got to open one shop at a time.
Anyone there got nothing to do because they need help? Come on!
It's early days, but Sister Rita's dream of revitalising Collyhurst is one step closer. And who'd be brave enough to bet against this nun on a mission?
They don't call me the formidable Sister Rita for nothing.
Formidable indeed. She's wonderful, isn't she? And you can see how Sister Rita's plans to improve her neighbourhood unfold in Sister Rita to the Rescue. It's on all week, every morning, 9:15 here on BBC One.
Very much looking forward to it. Now we're going to take a bit of a walk now out into the wonderful countryside, because we have noticed that you've certainly put the miles in, Sandra, in this new album. We were just talking about these little promos that you do.
Oh, you have to do them.
Well, you do.
They're beautifully shot and they look lovely, and we shot them in Northumberland, so I mean it's where I'm from, and it's a place I love. I always find it a little bit excruciating though. There's bits we have to walk around singing to camera, but you know, it's fine. It's beautiful scenery, as I say.
You've teed that up beautifully.
No, this is lovely.
Let's enjoy Northumberland. Here we go.
See the children run as the sun goes down upon the fields of gold. You'll remember me when the west wind moves among the fields of barley. You can tell the sun in his jealous sky when we walked in fields of gold.
Oh! I love that song, you know.
It's such a beautiful song.
But I tell you what, forget Pointless, you could be doing Countryfile.
Come now, don't you think?
I mean, here's the man to talk to.
What do you make of the barley we have up in there in Northampton?
Yes,
so
beautiful.
this is your second album, Santa,
is.
Upon a Different Shore. And it's full of lovely, beautiful covers. In fact, it's like he sung all your record collection.
All of mine in what? Yeah, you have.
Is it really?
Well, it is the eclectic mix that you've got on there, because it's not, you know, it's not just...
It's not, you know, we were wildly ambitious with this. We wanted to go for some really different things. So it's quite, as you say, eclectic. So we've got Vaughan Williams that goes into the Stranglers, that goes Kygo. We do Firestone by Kygo.
Well, we didn't see that one coming. A dance track.
But, you know, there are no drums on it, there's no percussion. It's all done with this huge symphony orchestra.
Let's just hear the original. So this is the original. Oh, and here's your version.
They ignite our bones, but when they strike, we light up the world.
So whose idea was that then?
Well, it's a mixture. Rob Dickens, who's my manager, is a great... He's the guy behind Enya. He's the person who's sort of got Cher into the dance charts. He's a genius, really, in terms of putting great ideas together. And a fantastic... my producer and arranger, Caroline Dale, who's just a godlike person. She turned this song, a dance song, into an orchestral song with the Bach choir.
Yeah, it's epic, isn't it?
Huge symphony orchestra. And, boy, when it starts and the brass comes in, you get that lovely attack on the strings. It's just, whoo-hoo, I love it. I really am so...
But you're not just singing, because you are playing the oboe on this
I am
as well.
playing
I mean,
the
who
oboe,
knew that you were an oboist?
I know, well, exactly. Well, yeah, it's been a long time.
Now, that will be Petula.
You know what's going to happen.
I'll be right back. 2 seconds.
There you go.
Coming!
Now, in the meantime, you're
Yes.
reuniting as well with Ben Miller, which is really exciting.
I
isn't
am.
it?
I'm doing a Radio 4 with great pleasure with Ben. Oh, that's going to be such a...
So when's that going to be then?
That is going to be out, I think, shortly before Christmas.
You're a busy man because you've got the 1,000th episode of Pointless as well. What's going on? It's not Petula then?
She's not here yet. Stuck in traffic. It's pretty busy downtown.
Petula has a more quilted...
yeah, she does.
suit,
A bit more luxurious of the quilt, but there we are.
He'll be here next time.
Xander, the album is wonderful.
Thank
it
you
really
so
is.
much.
You can enjoy it. It's called Upon a Different Shore, and it's out now.
It is out now. Just come out.
Good. Now, here's a scary thought. When BBC Television officially started 80 years ago this week, well, there was no One Show, no EastEnders, not even any Pointless, Xander.
No, but within its first year, along came a new singing sensation called Helen Clare. Now, she went on to help kickstart the career of another young star, Petula Clark. And hopefully, by the end of this film, she's going to be here.
Trips down memory lane don't come much bigger or better than this one. On October the 17th, 1942, that's 74 years ago, that's when I first met this lovely lady, Helen Clare.
I'm sitting on a cloud that's silver white.
Just like me, Helen has been singing all her life. She was born in Bradford in 1916, and then at the age of 4 emigrated to Australia, where she became a child star.
Singing to myself a cheer-up song, a peaceful...
Now, Helen is inside thinking that she's doing an interview for the One Show about her amazing career as a broadcaster and singer during the 1930s and 40s. Little does she know that I will be surprising her.
Oh,
Hello.
Petula!
Oh,
How wonderful!
Yes, isn't it wonderful? How are you, my love?
I'm fine, thanks. How are you? You look marvellous.
Well, so do you. You look terrific. It was in London's underground Criterion Theatre, with the sounds of World War II rumbling above, that I accompanied my father to the BBC's It's All Yours radio show.
From this program, we now send you forces wherever you may be, a message in song.
That is when I first met Helen. Do you remember that?
I do remember it. It really did start you off, didn't it?
Absolutely. That was the first time I was heard on the air. There was a big reaction after my first broadcast. This particular letter was so beautiful, my dad kept it. It was a soldier, and he said Petula's voice sounds like chapel bells on a Sunday morning back home.
Lovely.
Coming in on a wing and a prayer.
From singing in ballrooms and grand hotels, it was only a matter of time before Helen made her first appearance on television in 1937 on Cabaret Cartoons, a live entertainment series broadcast by the BBC.
I don't think I took in the fact it was pioneering stuff. Ah, that's the scarf they found to drape round me. Well, I turned up in a black frock, and of course, black was not used because they couldn't get the contrast.
Television transmissions were suspended on the day that war was declared. Helen returned for duty on the radio with her own show, It's All Yours, singing requests for the forces and their families.
We all did as many troop concerts as we could. It made you feel good that you were coming and singing to these lads who were at any minute going overseas. As far as the broadcasts went, well, that was your job. It was almost as though you were in the army, but in a different branch.
And this is you on stage?
Yes, that looks like a worker's playtime.
Singing in factories, and it was broadcast from the factories.
I remember we did one, well, during the broadcast, the piano began to fall to pieces.
Oh, that's always interesting.
That was helpful.
The realities of the war came a little too close to home one night.
When the dive bombers came near our house, I heard it in the distance and I rushed to the top of the cellar steps. They dropped the bomb and the next thing I knew, I was at the bottom of the steps.
Oh, really? Oh. Well, that first broadcast for me was 74 years ago. Yes, I know. I sang Mighty Like a Rose.
You impressed us all so.
Looking at his mummy with eyes so shiny blue makes you think that heaven is coming close to you.
Welcome to you both. Now, Helen, how different were the television studios back then in the 50s to what you see today?
No comparison. I mean, there's nothing like this.
Uh-huh. And, I mean, all your cameras didn't move. Everyone was wearing a suit.
Yes, that's right. And, yes, no, nothing like this. I think we'd have been terrified if we'd have come in.
Well, with a pumpkin in the middle of the
yeah.
Yes, probably. And Petula, you met Helen for the first time back in 1942, wasn't it, on a radio programme.
Yeah.
Can you remember how you felt at the end of that day after your first encounter with Helen?
With
After Petula met you the first time, Helen, how she felt?
How did I feel?
Yes.
I felt fine, you know.
Because you were only 8, weren't you, at the time? You were very young.
Yes, I was very young, and we were talking about this earlier,
Yes.
but I was not nervous.
No.
You know, kids aren't nervous. And I just sang my song, Mighty Like a Rose, and they heard it up in the control room, and I didn't realise that, you know. I was standing on a box so that I could reach the microphone, that big BBC microphone,
Yeah.
and I sang, and they heard it in the control room and said, would you like to sing your song as well as send your message to your uncle? And I said, yes. I didn't realise what that really meant.
No.
You know?
But the song she sang, one of them, was a wonderful, wonderful imitation of a comedian called Nellie Wallace.
Oh,
It was absolutely incredible.
Oh.
You close your eyes, you could see Nellie Wallace doing it,
It
you
was
know?
a very strange performance, let's face it. And I used to do imitations. That was one of my things.
Can you still do them? Can you
No,
still? No.
not in public. Not in public, anyway.
And Helen, I bet back then you couldn't have imagined what television would become.
Oh, no.
As far as telly is concerned today, what do you like to watch, apart from the One Show?
Oh, but now, do you mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I like to watch animal programmes, and especially the Battersea Dogs.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
Paul
With
O'Grady.
Paul
Paul
O'Grady.
The love of
Yes,
dogs.
I love that.
Yeah.
I like any wildlife programme.
Wonderful.
And I like whodunits.
Yeah.
What else do I like?
Game shows, maybe?
Certain game shows.
Well, Helen, we know you've got a big birthday coming up soon, so we've got a little
Yes.
present.
There
Here you
we
are.
are.
Now, this is the Radio Times from the
Yes.
27th of September, 1940, and that is you on the cover. So we
That's
thought you
right.
might like
Wonderful.
that. There you
Helen,
are. Thank you.
so much for coming in. And Petula, will you stay with us? Will you stay with us? Wonderful.
Lovely.
Wonderful.
Now, award shows. Our guests here will have attended a fair few glamorous events in their times. Red carpets, long gowns, women dripping in diamonds. You know how it is.
Yeah, or blood, as the
Or
case
blood.
may be. Wait till you see this bloke suit. Here's Arthur.
You know about the Oscars, the Brits, the Emmys, the BAFTAs, but there's quite a few award ceremonies you won't know about, and some of them are quite surprising.
The annual Scare Awards, the Scars. Scaring ourselves stupid is big entertainment and big money. And at this event, trophies are presented for the scariest attractions and experiences.
This year, the awards are taking place in Screamland, the dark side of Dreamland Theme Park in Margate.
But I'm not sure I'm dressed for it.
It's a splendid suit. Thank you. I am suitably appalled. So what are the Scare Awards? It's a celebration of things that are designed to scare you, and this is an award celebration to commemorate the best. From behind-the-scenes things like, you know, best costume, makeup and design, and then we have, like, the big awards are the ones like the best screen park, the best scare attraction, the best scary event, the best zombie event. We go around the country reviewing and visiting these attractions all throughout the year, and they get together and decide which is the best one. We argue it out amongst ourselves, and it's top secret. Nobody here knows who's won.
And what's the appeal for you? Because by day, I believe you're an accountant.
I am, and there's nothing more scary than an accountant. I mean, would you like me to do your tax return for you?
Cheers. To find out what all the fuss is about, I'm visiting a scary attraction here at Screamland. It's a terrifying vision of a Margate guest house.
Ah, room 13. I think this is my room, isn't it?
Eddie, what strange place is this?
This is Dead and Breakfast, one of our scare mazes. We're in the set of one of the bedrooms right here.
And what is a scare maze?
Well, a scare maze is sort of immersive theatre, so it's a winding story that leads you through different spaces. Actors come out and take part.
And this is up for an award, I believe.
It is. For us to be nominated against some of the big players, we are so excited.
But it's going to be competitive, isn't it?
Very competitive. We are on the edge of our seats with anticipation.
Well, I'm loath to say this at such a place, but let's split up.
Good luck.
So why do we enjoy getting scared? Time to talk to a scare expert.
Now, when we go into a theatre to see a scary movie, for example, or go on a white knuckle ride, we know intellectually there's nothing to be scared of. We're not going to be hurt. So it's what I call fun fear. When you're scared, you produce a lot more sort of what we call feel-good chemicals. So you're giving yourself a fix, essentially. And one of the things which happens, actually, when you go as a couple to see a scary movie, you actually feel closer to your partner.
And so the awards ceremony is about to begin. And if you can't beat them, join them.
There was a load of new events last year. It was probably the biggest year for new events, and it's great to see the industry growing so much. Let's get on with the first award. And the winner for the best multi-part Halloween event goes to Scare Kingdom Scream Park.
You've got some nasty walls there.
And even my makeup artist is up for an award.
The winner is Horrify Me.
Now, for the moment Screamland have been waiting for.
The winner of the best new event was Screamland Margate.
I can't believe Screamland's won Best New Event. We're so excited. This is such a brilliant accolade for us. It's our first year out, and to get an award like this is just fantastic.
Well, the awards are over, and very fine and scary they were. And I think there's really only one way to end an evening like this, and that is to be chased down Margate seafront by a load of zombies.
I think Arthur looked brilliant with that makeup on, actually. Petula, you, of course, no stranger to award ceremonies. First British woman to win a Grammy, for goodness sake. And after 7 decades in the music industry,
That is seriously scary.
But it's impressive.
That's
really
scarier
impressive.
than your makeup.
You've got a new album, though, called From Now On, very much focusing on the future, really, and looking forward, isn't it?
Well, yes, today first, and yeah, the future. That's the way I've lived my life for a long time, you know. I'm not really very nostalgic. I will look back from time to time, but, you know, I don't sit around saying those were the good old days, because they weren't always the good old days. You know, they were good and bad.
Mm-hmm. And, I mean, you're performing covers, you've got some original stuff as well yourself these days as well, but is there still stuff that you want to do? I guess if you're going forward, you don't know yet, because you're constantly looking into the future.
Yeah, that's the exciting thing about it. You know, I've just done a tour, a UK tour, and I've had a fantastic time. Mm-hmm. And in the shows, the audience seem to enjoy the new stuff as much as the old.
Where do you get your
nice.
inspiration from, then, with the new stuff?
Well, it's a little scary going on stage doing material that hasn't been tested yet,
Yeah.
you know.
Yes.
But it's also very exciting, and that gets you going. That's good.
OK, well, shall we have a listen?
Yeah, well, why not?
Let's have
Go
a
on.
listen to While You See a Chance.
Some cold tomorrow finds you, when some sad old dream reminds you how the endless road unwinds you. While you see a chance, take it. Find romance, fake it, because it's all on you.
A real ethereal quality to it.
That was in Berlin, the show we did in Berlin, which was really an unusual venue, and it was pretty great, actually.
Wonderful set.
Yeah, I mean, it's this amazing club. I'd never worked in anywhere like that before. You know, I usually do theatres, but this was kind of a different vibe and really rather good, I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And one of the songs we love on the album as well is a cover of Blackbird by the Beatles.
Yeah.
And it was inspired, wasn't it? Because you have a regular visitor to your flat. Tell us the story.
Well, I have this tiny flat in London. When I come to London, it's in Chelsea, and nice, and you know, birds and trees and things. And I like to leave the balcony door open. And I have this little visitor who comes and sings for me, a blackbird.
Oh, how
Not
lovely.
every night, you know, but almost every night he's there. I suppose it's a he. I don't know. And so this is my little tribute to my personal little blackbird.
And is it right that you tried to actually record it somewhere, but it didn't quite work?
No, I'm not very high tech with that kind of thing.
Maybe it's a microphone-shy blackbird.
It could be. Yeah,
Speak on the lowdown.
We'll send Mike Dilger along.
Well,
we know a man who can.
Yes, we do indeed. Patila's album from now on is out now.
Now, earlier on, we asked for photos to send in of all those who are embracing Halloween and those who aren't.
Handbags.
Shall we start with... this is John. This is John in Reading. He's not feeling the Halloween spirit. Good lad, John.
Come on, John. Right, then we've got... This one is sweet. Now, this is Caroline's French Bulldog, witch-watching in Shropshire. Very cute.
Chose all her own outfit, of course. This is Angela's husband, Paul. He was given the choice of Darth Vader or Dracula, but he went for Buddy the Elf.
Funny choice, isn't it? And Jackie has sent in this photo of her grandchildren, Louise and Ethan, who grew all the pumpkins themselves for Halloween.
That's pretty good.
There's 5 of them there. It's amazing. Thank you
Are you a
very
fan,
much.
Petula? Halloween?
Of Halloween? I get scared. I mean, when you walked in behind me just now, I was really scared.
That's the Matt Baker effect.
Yeah, no, and masks really terrify me.
Oh, yeah, we don't like masks.
No, I don't like that.
Well, we've got another challenge for you now, because when Gordon Ramsay was in the other week, he showed us his very scary technique for getting his daughter Tilly out of bed. Remember this?
Get up, get up, get up. Petula, you'd certainly be scared. Now, so the big question is, do you have a foolproof technique for getting your children up in the morning? Mine are very good, but all you need to do is film them as you are waking them up and then send the videos to us at the usual address if you don't
For
mind.
Wednesday.
Right. Now,
Well, it's not
I know it's not
Petula,
you.
is it?
I know it's not you, and it's definitely not Alexander, so I have got some eggs
Oh,
here. I am
me,
going to do
me,
some
me.
damage. Yes!
Well, that is it for tonight. Thanks so much to our guests, to Xander Armstrong and Petula Clark. Both of their albums are out now. On tomorrow's show, Lord Andrew Lloyd Webber will be here with the cast of School of Rock. Have a very happy Halloween and happy trick-or-treating. Where's he gone? Trick-or-treaters.
Tomorrow.